Hello guys, my name is Crew and today I'm going to be giving you guys a tutorial on how to build my Minecraft survival farm box. Now what is a Minecraft survival farm box? Well, it's a 12 by 12 by 12 box with 9 different automatic farms inside. It's got a cow, rabbit farm, chicken, nether warts, and then if we go around the side, melons and pumpkins, we have sugarcane and cactus and a wheat farm up top. So that's a total of 9 different automatic farms that you need to survive off of, and it's a really great to have in your survival world. I'm going to be giving you guys a full tutorial here, and in case you guys missed the video where I showed it off and I showed you guys how to operate it, that will be right down in the description, so be sure to check that out. I go through how to use all the different farms, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to build it. Alright guys, so the first step to building this thing is building the outline of a cube. Now this cube is 12 blocks this way, 12 blocks high, and 12 blocks this way. So 12 by 12 by 12 cube, so 12 blocks here. Now I added glowstone on the corners and also in the middles. They help me keep track, and it's also to prevent mob spawning. But don't feel like you have to add glowstone, it's just a nice little touch to help you in survival. And then also fill in the bottom floor. All the other ones we'll fill in later as we begin to build the farm, but just for now we're filling in the bottom and we're kind of doing a boxy outline. So now that we have this, you're going to want to go ahead and place down 3 chests. These are going to help guide you, and this is also going to be the front of your mob farm where you're going to have the cow farm, the rabbit farm, and the chicken farm. So over here, count 1, 2, and then we're going to place a chest, and then 1, 2, 3, and then another chest, and then 1, 2, and a last chest. So something like that. And then you're going to want to come over here, break this block, and place a sticky piston facing up, and a little lever right here. And then that's just going to help guide you to build the first 3 farms on the front. Alright, so we're going to start with the cow farm. This is probably one of the easiest cow farms to build ever, so you're just going to want to place a hopper in the back, then take your block and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you're going to want to do that on all the sides, just come up to the same point, and you'll be good to go. Now you're going to want to come down to the bottom, place a sign, and then a dispenser facing in, and then we're going to place a trapdoor on the top of the block, point it down like that, and then another dispenser, and then we're going to want to place a button right there. Now we're going to come around the back, and we're going to place a torch on the back of the button. So you can see the buttons on this block, and when we click it, the torch is going to turn off. So now we're going to place a block up here and a dot of redstone. Now that's all the redstone that you guys need for the cow farm. Okay, so now you're going to want to place some glass along the front, just like that. That'll keep everybody inside, and you guys can also see. Then you're going to want to come down in this bottom dropper, and you're going to want to place lava. And then come in the one above, the dispenser, sorry, not a dropper, and place a water bucket, and then come around the back, and you guys can just break this redstone and place it down again. And what that should do is dispense the water on top. Now when you push this button, you'll see that they switch, and the trapdoor also opens and closes. And this is pretty much the cow farm. So we got breeding mode where you can go up at the top and breed them. You're just going to want to throw some cows in there like that. And then you can also go ahead and put a fence on top of it so that way they don't escape. There we go. And you guys should end up with something like this. So this is your cow farm. You just need the adult cows in here underneath this fence, just like that. And when they get a little baby, the baby's gonna fall through, and then you guys can catch them on fire with the lava. Okay guys, now for the rabbit farm, what you're going to want to do is come over behind this chest and place 2 hoppers just like so. Now we're going to take some blocks and sort of build around. Sorry if I'm going fast. You guys can always pause the video if you need to slow down. But you're going to want to place a slab right on top of this hopper and put blocks all around it like so. Then a dispenser facing in, and we're going to put some more blocks around it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to place a lever right here and a dot of redstone on top. Then we're going to come around the side, place a couple blocks, and a torch just like so. Now hop in it, and you're going to want to place a sticky piston facing in, and a block right on it. And now you can see when we pull this lever, it's going to extend and move, and that's what we want. Now what we're going to do is place glass here and here, and we're going to grab ourselves a fence and place that guy right in the middle. Then we're going to want to place some more blocks, and you're going to want to place a dispenser, another one, facing in right there, and then 1 final set of blocks. And now what we can do is we can place glass along the front, and that'll keep our rabbits inside. Now you can actually, you're going to want to destroy that guy in the bottom. Now we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a button and a repeater. So place a button here, and we're going to do a little redstone around the back. So a repeater on 4 ticks of delay, going into a block, and then another repeater, 4 ticks of delay, going into another block with a dot of redstone on it, then like this, and one last repeater on 4 ticks of delay. Now in the bottom dispenser here, go ahead, place yourself a lava bucket, and then in the top guy, place a water bucket. So now when you push this button, we'll place 2 buttons on there, we go. So when you push this button, it's going to dispense water, and that'll allow you to breed the rabbits and stuff. Then you're gonna want to put a fence on top of that so the rabbits don't get out, or the fence would go up there. And there we go. Okay, so when you push this button, the rabbits are gonna jump for you to breed. Then you're gonna want to push that button when you're done. Now when the babies are down here and they're grown up, you have 3 options to kill them. First of all, you can either pull this thing and suffocate them. That'll just get you a nice easy kill. Or you can push this button, that'll dispense the lava and it'll suck it up too, and that will get you cooked rabbit meat. Or if you guys want rabbit feet, you can pull this thing and you can kill the adult rabbits with a looting sword. And that's what I usually do if you want rabbit feet for potions and stuff like that. Alright, so moving on to the chicken farm. What you're going to want to do is come behind this chest and place a little hopper like that. And then we're going to place blocks all around. Now real quickly guys, I got to give credit where credit's due. These 3 farms here, I didn't come up with the original designs. I just jammed them in this cool little survival box. So be sure to check out the full tutorials by the original creators down in the description. Full credit to them. So anyway, this was by TT Lemon, this was by Generic B, and I forget who made this last one, but it'll be down in the description. So what you're going to want to do is place a block, then a rail, and a little minecart with a hopper. Then come up here, place another rail with another minecart with a hopper, then destroy this guy, and they'll go on top of each other. Then you guys can come down here. Now you're going to want to break this block here and place a dispenser facing in, just like so, and then break this block, and you should see that they sink and sit on this hopper, just like that, with a little dispenser facing in. So now what you're going to want to do is place a piston facing in it, or it can be a sticky piston, and then a cauldron. Oops, sorry, cauldron right there. And then you're just going to want to power this bad boy. There we go. And it'll push the cauldron inside with the 2 little minecart hoppers. So you can harvest your piston back and just put some glass along the front. Oop, yep, glass along the front. There you go. Just like so. Okay, so now what you're going to want to do is just put some lava right in the top. So this is just above the cauldron, and just put blocks around the side and then a glass right here. Now we're going to take hoppers and we're going to come up on the top. We're going to come over and then one just like that. Now come around the back, we're going to place a comparator right there. Have that guy going into a block, and then a dot of redstone right there. A repeater, we're going to come down a little bit now. Put a redstone, and then on the back we're placing another torch, and then a dot of redstone, just like that. Now what you're going to want to do is build up some blocks. So we're going around like this, and we can go ahead and grab some glass like so to make it look better. And what you're going to want to do is place your chickens right in here. Now what's going to happen is these guys are your egg laying chickens, so they're going to go ahead lay eggs, and you may notice that the eggs have to build up. The eggs actually have to fill up this hopper and this hopper until they reach this guy, and then once they reach this guy, they'll actually have enough power to start spitting them out in here, and then the chickens will stay in here as babies, and then once they grow up, they'll touch the lava, which then they will burn and send their items into the chest. So yeah, that's how the chicken farm works. Pretty easy builds. And now let's go on to the next farm. Okay guys, so what I did is I basically just went ahead and placed blocks all along this wall to fill it up, and I also have a little catwalk around here. I like having this catwalk here because what you can do is you can put a ladder up the side of this machine and then climb up here, and this is where you can actually have access to breed all the different animals that are in your farms. I didn't place any rabbits in there yet, but feel free, pause the video right here, and you guys can just copy this section. I think this looks pretty cool. I'm also going to go ahead and place a couple blocks right there, and there is one little redstone thing. One trouble is with this rabbit farm is controlling the water, because you can only control the water from down here. So I like adding a little button up top, and to do that, you guys are going to want to push a button right there, and then come along in the inside, and redstone, and then we're going to come down, redstone, and then right here, we're going to place a repeater, just like that. So redstone, redstone, repeater facing that way, and this way, when we push the button, you guys can see the water turns on down there. And when we push it again, the water will turn off. So that's an easy way to operate it from the top. Again, this is Minecraft, so feel free to make any changes you guys want to. I also don't like seeing in the machine from the outside through this glass, so you guys can place some blocks right here to cover that up, make it look a little better. And now let's move on to another farm. Alright guys, this is the automatic warts machine. This thing's really simple to build, and it grows your warts for you, and then once it's done growing, it'll go ahead, harvest it off, and then you just gotta replant it. So to build this guy, you're gonna wanna place a piston facing in, non-sticky piston, not sticky, just normal piston, and then take your soul sand and place 7 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then once we reach the end, we're gonna place a torch. Then we're going to do repeater on 4 ticks delay. We're going to do 3 blocks, and we're going to do a redstone, another repeater on 4 ticks of delay. Place a block here. Sorry, didn't mean to place that one there. Then redstone and a repeater, 4 ticks of delay. Oop, just like so. So we got 3 all on 4 ticks of delay. Now you're going to want to place a piston facing this way, and you're good to go. This is the little nether warts farm. So what you do is you grow your nether warts, and then once it's grown, you're going to want to grab a little button. Can be either. Actually, no, it has to be a stone button. Sorry, it absolutely has to be a stone button. It doesn't actually work with wood. So grab a little stone button and push it, and then you guys can see it pushes it back. And you're gonna want to build a little wall here, like this, and also build the wall right here, and continue it up. So you're gonna want to fill in this entire section. Just like so. Don't put anything there. So fill up this entire thing, and it should look something like this. So congratulations, you guys did 2 out of the 4 sides. You're almost done, halfway there. And I just added in a little window here, that way we can see in. I think it looks kind of cool, but feel free to do whatever you guys want to do. And we have our warts growing on the bottom here. A very nice machine. So now we're going to work on the inside. This is probably the most compact area, and it's going to take a little bit of squeezing. But here we go. What you guys are going to want to do is we're actually going to destroy that block, and we're going to build our little cactus farm. So we're going to place 3 sand with a block in between, just like that, and then we're going to build up and destroy that. And then when we can grow our little cacti here, and they'll start working. Now we're going to want to build coming in this way, and then we're going to turn, and we're going to do another little cactus farm. So you're just going to want to do 1, 2, 3, just like so. Then we're going to place a block here and here. Oh, come on. Why can't I place you? Oh, it turned out the little cow head was in the way. So just push a block there if you need to. There's just a cow in the way. So now what you're going to want to do is we're kind of going to go along this way. And this is where our path is going to be. Then over here, this is going to be sand. That way sugarcane can grow along here. And you're going to want to place blocks just like that. Now this corner block, it can't actually be sand. So now you're going to want to do your packed ice. So packed ice is going to go along the bottom of this entire thing. If you guys don't have packed ice, feel free to use normal ice. Now if you guys actually don't have any ice, well, you're out of luck. You're going to need at least normal ice. Maybe not packed ice. It will work with normal. Just keep in mind that it will melt. So watch out for that. Now what you guys are going to want to do, you guys can see they're already starting to pop off. So we're going to place our water streams here, and you're going to want to make the water sort of end in places where it'll keep going. So we're going to end it right here, and then we're going to place a new water stream right there. Then we can end this guy right here and place a new water stream here. And this is where the chest is actually going to go, right about these 2 blocks. And then come on this side. So place a water stream. Then we're going to end it right here. And then we'll place one more and get it right there. And now let's build our little chest. Alright, so just come to right here. We're going to place a sign and a block right here that'll stop the water. And you're going to want to destroy these 2 glowstone things and place normal chest. And then come over here and place a hopper going into that guy. Now this actually can't be a full block. I would recommend putting glass there so that way the chest can still open. And then we can place some glass on this side too. And we have ourselves a working cactus farm. So I forgot to mention these 2 blocks here. Make sure you have diagonal blocks. Oop, just like that. And that'll finish her off. Now what you're going to want to do is come over to the sugarcane farm. and we're gonna go ahead and place our slime block. So to do that, we're gonna place a sticky piston facing in right there, and then slime blocks going all the way down to the end of the sugarcane, just like that. And we can go ahead and destroy this guy. Now what you guys are gonna wanna do is we're gonna actually work on a second sugarcane farm as well. So come up just on top of it like this, and then place 5 sand. So I know we're moving fast, but we're getting this thing done. So now we're gonna place some blocks behind it, and this is going to be another little water stream. This doesn't have to be ice below it. It can just be normal blocks. So this is going to be water, and this way we can grow some sugarcane up here. Okay, so now let's wire up these sugarcane farms and get them working on a clock. Okay, so now we're gonna do our little clock. This is going to control the system and tell it when to fire. So to do this, we're gonna wanna come over to this sticky piston, place 2 blocks just like that, with 2 little redstone dots on top, then a block up here, and a redstone torch turning that piston on. Now we're gonna wanna build a little platform, and this is where our etho clock's gonna be made. So to do that, you're gonna wanna place a comparator facing into that block, have a dot of redstone there, and then a sticky piston, and a sticky piston facing right there. Then just place your block. Now come over on this side, and we're gonna place a redstone dust there, a block, and then a comparator facing into this guy. Now you're gonna want to place 2 hoppers facing into each other, so just shift click them to where they're facing into each other, and you're gonna want to grab a bunch of junk items. It doesn't have to be redstone, it can be whatever you want it to be. But I recommend putting at least 2.5 stacks in there. But if you want, this is going to be how often it triggers. Feel free to just put 5 stacks in there. It really doesn't matter. This is just, you know, however long you want it to trigger on and off. Then we're going to place a torch right here and a sticky piston. Whoop, sticky piston facing this way. And then just a couple slime blocks on this side and going all the way down here. Now you're going to want to actually destroy this block because it will be moved by the slime blocks. But that's fine, it won't change anything. And now every time the items go out of this out of this hopper and into this hopper, the machine's going to trigger, and it's going to break this sugarcane, push them into the stream, and then on this side it'll trigger and break this sugarcane and push it into a stream. So it's a very, very easy way to set up a nice little sugarcane farm. Okay, so now we're gonna build the pumpkin and melon farm. So to do this, you're gonna want to come over to the torch that we placed over here, and we're gonna place a block on top of it, and then a dot of redstone, and then a piston facing up. This is just a normal piston with a sand block on top. You can also use a sticky piston with a normal block, but I think this saves you the slime balls. Then you're gonna want to place a block right here, a repeater on 2 ticks of delay, and then have that going into a block, and then a block on top of it, and a block right there. And then we're going to want to place some redstone going along that, just like so. So repeater, 2 ticks of delay, going into some redstone in that pattern. Now we're going to want to place a block right here and have a redstone torch on it. And then we're going to want to come over like so. We can destroy those guys. And now bring this line of redstone out to here, and also bring this line of redstone out to there. And you should see it goes like this. So just to recap, we have a dot of redstone, piston, normal piston with sand on top of it, 2-tick repeater going into a block there. Oop, and then we got some redstone on top. Goes in a pattern like this, a torch that goes over there. Now we're gonna add in our pistons. Okay, so for the pistons, what you're going to want to do is these are all going to be sticky, but you're going to want to have sticky pistons facing down just along this line like so. You're going to want 6 of them. Just along that redstone line. Then we're gonna come down here and we're gonna place 6 more facing this way, and these guys should extend. And this one's gonna be tricky because there's water behind it, so oh man, that's why it's a little tricky. But break it and place it fast and you guys should be good. So now we have our pistons at the bottom, at the top, and then we're gonna want to add our dirt, and then add another line of dirt here. And then up here, we're going to add our wood. So now what's going to happen is you're going to want to till this dirt here, and then your pumpkins are going to grow on that guy. Whoopsie, sorry guys, I forgot to add one last piston right here. Sorry about that, but make sure that there is a piston right there, and then 2 more dirt things like that. Make sure there's 6 of them, and be sure you're double checking this a lot, because I did the tutorial and I built this thing and I just made that mistake. So yeah, make sure you guys are watching this over and over again. But what you're gonna want to do is come into this corner here, and now we're gonna want to place our water. So to do that, you're gonna want to make sure you're in line with this, and we're going to build a little pocket here, and this is where we're placing our water. That way, those 3 things right there can get tilled by that water. They can get moist. So now we're gonna want to place some melon seeds on this side, just like so, and we're gonna want to do the same thing on this side. So come over one, and then we're gonna come down and make sure you patch it in on all the sides, just like that, and place our water down. And that's gonna get these 3 tilled, and we can place our pumpkin seeds on this side. Make sure you do half of them pumpkin, half of them melon, and we'll put some glowstone on the side. That way it looks a little better. Now what I like to do is I'll make this side look, I'll fill in this side with blocks. Then with all the little gaps and stuff, that's where I'm gonna place my glass. So kind of do whatever you want, but I'm gonna go ahead and fill in all the sides now, and then I'll show you guys what I got. Alright guys, well, I went ahead and added some glass here. Again, you don't have to add the glass, but I really like how it looks. And feel free to put in some blocks around here. I think this makes it look a lot better and doesn't mess up any other redstone. Also, you're going to want to use wood planks up here. Not sure if I really made that clear, but that can break the things. You can also use glass, but I like the look of wood planks up here. And hey, we already got a pumpkin growing. So when the timer switches, those should get smashed. Then on this side we have some more glass. Again, feel free whatever you want to do, but I think this looks pretty cool. Also, this is light gray glass, by the way. You can use white looks good as well. And also, congratulations on making it this far in the tutorial. We are pretty much done with the inside. We have all of our farms done except the wheat farm, which is going to go on the top. So let's get that guy started. Alright, well, by this point in the building process, you should start to see some of your farms working, at least in this fully automatic section. So now you're going to want to come over to the top, and you're going to need a lot of rails for this part. So what you're going to want to do is plan out where your wheat farm is going to be. So right here at the top, that's where the dirt's going to be. And then we got 1 blank space, and then this is where your rails are gonna go. So I actually came up with a better design than the world download before, so that's the one that we're gonna go ahead and build. Now you're gonna wanna mark this out 6 long, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is where we're gonna build it to, and unfortunately we can't make this wheat farm the size that we would want it to be, which is the entire roof, because there's redstone in the way, unfortunately. But we can make it pretty big. So what you're gonna want to do here is we're kind of gonna cut a hole, and this is where the loading and unloading is gonna go. We're gonna do the redstone for that guy later, but you're gonna want to make yourselves a little pathway going on here. So we're gonna go around, then we're gonna turn, then we're gonna go around, and we're gonna turn, and we're gonna go around. We'll turn one more time. Actually, we're gonna turn 2 more times up here, and you're gonna want to make sure you add some power rails in here. We'll do that after. So you guys can see here, it's gonna come to the unloading station, then it's gonna go through the track, and it'll come through the unloading station again. So let me go ahead and add some powered rails, and then I'll show you guys how to build this quick little unloading station. Okay, so for the unloading station, come over to this powered rail right here, and we're going to want to break 2 blocks under it, place ourselves a chest with a hopper on the top, and then a powered rail. And you're going to want to make sure that powered rail stays on the track, so add a block right there. Now we're going to want to add a comparator coming out of the hopper, have that guy going into a block with a torch on it, and then have a block there, with a dot of redstone. And then you guys can go ahead and get yourself a minecart with a hopper, put it along, and when it picks items up, it will go ahead, stop for a second, deliver the items in the thing, and yeah, so let's give it some chests. There you go. So it stops, and it's going to start delivering the items into the chest, and then it'll go again. Now, I chose to use redstone blocks to power the rails, but feel free to use whatever you guys want. So now we just have one more step, and that is to add the dirt. So you're basically going to want to add dirt wherever you guys built rails. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that we have our dirt, there are a couple places that we're gonna have to add water. So go ahead and place some blocks like this. Then we're gonna add water here, and that'll power a lot of this side, and then add another water drop there. Oh, sorry. Then we're gonna come around the other side. We're gonna go 3, and that's where our water is gonna be. 2, that's where our water is gonna be, and 3 more. So just go ahead and fill in your little gaps here. So we'll put a block underneath, and we'll kind of cover it up, and then we'll put water here, and you guys can go ahead and cap off your little design. Now you're pretty much done with all the building. We can also go ahead, cover this part up, and I also like to put some blocks up here, maybe make it look a bit nicer. Yeah, that looks great. So let me go ahead. You're gonna want to till this grass, or till this dirt, and place a fence along the outside, and get yourselves a villager on the inside. Alright, so what I went ahead and did is I tilled the land, I put a fence around it, and I also went ahead and planted seeds. Now, just in case you guys haven't seen my automatic wheat farm video, there will be a link to that in the description as well. But what you guys are going to want to do is find a villager with a brown coat. It can be a shepherd, a farmer, anything. He just has to have a brown coat. That's what you need for this farm to work. And you're going to want to make sure that he hasn't touched any crops yet. If he's touched crops and he's messed with them and he has wheat in his inventory or anything in his inventory, it's not going to work. So I would say best bet, find a baby villager and just make sure he doesn't touch anything. If not, you might be taking a risk, because if he touches any wheat, this farm is not going to work. So what you're going to want to do is throw him 8 stacks of seeds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you should see that it picks them all up. There we go. And now, if we try to toss more seeds, he shouldn't pick this guy up. Oh, he is picking it up. Uh-oh. Alright, he didn't actually pick up that seed. It's right here. Oh, you cheeky guy. So anyway, once we have him and he has all of his seeds, you're going to just want to let him into the farm. Oh, man, you're already breaking crops left and right. And he should get going. What he does is he automatically walks around. He finds the wheat that's grown, and he harvests it. And then after he harvests it, the minecart hopper is going to suck it up. Then once it sucks it up, he'll go ahead and plant it back down, giving you a fully automatic wheat farm. So that guy is really cool. Should see him working here in a second. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Took me a lot of work to do, but it did turn out great. And the support I had when I first showed this farm was amazing. It was absolutely insane. Here he goes. He's harvesting it up. Nice job there, buddy. He's just going to keep going at that, and our little guy, our minecart hopper, is going to pick it up, deliver it in this chest over here. Have our chicken farm, our rabbit farm, cow farm, over here, cactus, sugarcane, and pumpkin farm. Now keep in mind that these farms aren't the best. They aren't 100% lossless, and there's definitely better farms out there and ways for you guys to get more materials and stuff like that. But I just wanted to find farms that I could make really tiny and fit in this 12 by 12 by 12 cube. So this cube isn't too hard to build, and it can pretty much fit anywhere because it's fairly tiny, and it has everything you guys would need in Minecraft survival, which is really, really awesome. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like rating, really helps out, and subscribe to see more of my tutorials and redstone builds. There's a playlist down in the description where you guys can go and check out all my different little redstone inventions. And just thank you guys so much for the support lately. It's been absolutely insane. Also, a world download, not sure if I mentioned that. If you guys need some help following around, then go ahead, download the world, and you guys should be good to go. So anyway, my name's Crew. Really, really hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks so much for the support lately, and I'll see you guys next time. Adios.